Chad Klein. My role at Paladin here is a relationship manager. I've been working here almost 2 years. Today's webinar title is the new feature Mobile2Deliver. We're really excited about this, always excited about new features, especially one that's as big as this one. We're really excited about this one. So the description is I kind of want to review some of the features of it, how to use it, and how it's going to be helpful in your guys' store. It should be at a very easy level. This is not difficult to do. Everyone should be able to follow along pretty easily. If you miss this presentation, and for those that cannot attend, the webinar will be replayed at the following location. It's at paladinpointofsale.com/webinars. And you can also download the presentation there. You can also download my slides as well. Now, unfortunately, my webcam here is not showing is not detecting my webcam, so I'm not going to be able to show you guys my face this morning, which is pretty good. You know, I'm having a bad hair day, so that's all right for all of us, I think, right? Okay, let's go ahead and get started. So today's agenda, I want to talk about what is Mobile2Deliver. I want to review the steps and how to schedule a delivery in the Paladin Point of Sale application. So right there when you're ringing up a customer, how to go ahead and do this. I want to talk about how to view and edit an existing delivery. You know, we make it a delivery, customer comes in, they need to cancel that delivery. How do we do that, and what does that look like? And then I want to leave Paladin for a minute and go over to the Mobile2Delivery in the field. So on the tablet, on your computer, any web-enabled device. What does that look like and how does that function? And then back in Paladin, I want to kind of wrap up with showing you what a completed delivery looks like and kind of how the tracking works there. Okay, so first off, what is Mobile2Deliver? It is a web application for mobile devices, and what that means is any device that is accessible, has access to the internet. So your laptop, your computer. I've got a laptop here today that I'm going to be demonstrating it on. It was designed with a cell phone or a tablet or an iPhone in mind. But you could certainly do it on a desktop computer. You might lose a little bit of the mobile functionality there, though, certainly. So a tablet and an iPad was what we intended it for. It gives us the ability to schedule and track deliveries electronically. And also with the end result being to accept the signature on the mobile device and store that electronically. So we don't have this physical paper trail, this filing cabinet full of, you know, signed delivery tickets. We want to be able to make edits, note, and adjust the quantity to a delivery. And I'm going to show you guys all of this process here. We can take photos of a delivery, up to 5, and attach them to the ticket. And I'll show you that as well here. So the application is accessible on any web-enabled device anywhere in the world that's got cell phone service or internet access there, 3G, 4G wireless connection. Okay, so how to schedule a delivery. Let's just kind of jump right into this here. I'm going to open Paladin Point of Sale. I'm going to review these steps real fast here, and then I'm going to go into the actual application and walk you through these steps so you can see this here. So we got to open Paladin Point of Sale, of course. And then on that top ribbon there with all of our modules, we want to click the Invoice Quote module. After that, we're going to go into the customer list. We can either use our advanced lookup to find a customer that way or just select one out of the Smart Bar customer bar there. We need to add an item to be included for delivery. On the bottom of the ribbon, there's a Schedule Delivery or press F5 button. This and that will take you to the Schedule Delivery pane. You can enter the information there, some delivery details, and the delivery address, and then we click Add. And then on the bottom ribbon, we click Checkout. Now, this process will be available in a knowledge base article, How to Manage Deliveries in Paladin Mobile2Deliver. So how to manage deliveries in the knowledge base. If you type that in the search bar there, it will bring up an article, and you'll get the same exact step-by-step process. And let's go ahead and leave this PowerPoint and enter the application so you guys can see exactly what I'm talking about here. Okay, so I've got Paladin pulled up here. We're going to go into Invoice Quote. That is the on the top ribbon here. Once I am now in Invoice Quote, I'm going to select a customer with an address. If the customer does not have an address, you will not be able to schedule the delivery. Paladin doesn't want to be able to deliver something if we don't know where it's going. So I'm going to start typing in a name here. Let's pull up Brogan Contracting. In fact, let's do James Alex here. Now we need to add, so I've got account payment for F5 right now. If I add an item, let's go ahead and add a couple items here. Let's do it from my lumber department. I'm just going to add a few items here. There we go. Now notice that this changes now to scheduled delivery. So once we have items added to the ticket, the account payment becomes a scheduled delivery button. Once I hit this, I've got some options here. I can go ahead and assign this to a truck. I can make some special instructions. Let's say, watch out for the mailbox. Apparently that little guy's getting run over a bunch. Go. I need to be able to see the bottom, so I can add that there. Now we can change the address. If this is going to a unique address different than the customer's account, we can certainly change that here. However, pardon me, if we do change this address, it is not changing the customer's account. This will be a one-off. It'll record it, and it'll tell the delivery driver to go to the address that you put here, but it will not change their account. It will simply change where this delivery is going. Okay, now we're going to add this here. Now, kind of an important note is that this will not be added to the delivery application until the checkout process is finalized. So I'm going to need to go in here and check this customer out. Let's go ahead and put it on cash here, and he's going to give us $10. Okay, so we have just scheduled a delivery here in Paladin. I'm going to go back. There we go. Okay. So this is how to view and edit a delivery. Once we have created the delivery in Paladin, I want to open Paladin Point of Sale, of course. And on the top ribbon, we want to go back in that invoice quote module. And on the bottom ribbon, we're now going to click Recall Transaction, or you could press F6. There will be a delivery option there. And once you click that, you can now see your deliveries, and you have some options available. So let's go back to Paladin here. Sorry, I'm just kind of jumping back and forth. Okay. So starting at invoice quote, we're here. I'm now going to go to Recall Transaction and select the delivery option. I now get a display of all my deliveries that are available here. And I've got some options. I can edit the delivery. So on a delivery that is still open, I can edit the delivery. If I double-click this guy right here, this brings me back to this page. We could put a new address in here, put any special instructions, change the email, assign a truck, whatever we want to do here. We also have the ability to cancel the delivery. That's this little trash can run right here. I double-click. Now I can put a reason, and it's going to be a local pickup. We can put whatever reason that we want to, add that in the note field. I have the delivery details. If you click anywhere on this besides the exclamation point or the cancel or edit options here, double-click on it, it brings up my delivery details. We can see the delivery status, customer information, the delivery address, expected delivery date, any instructions that we put on there, and then I can actually see the delivery items and the quantities that I'm doing of that as well. And then if I want to click the magnifying glass, I can bring up an original copy of that ticket as well. Oh, it's popped up on my other screen. There we go. We have this invoice right here. And we also have a refresh button. I have a bunch of different ways to sort it down here. So if I don't want to be seeing this jumbled view of all of my deliveries, I can say just show me my open deliveries and hit F5 or refresh, and now it will just show me the open ones. Now there's going to be some colors over here. We got some, let me go back and show all so I can show you all the colors and talk about what they mean here. So I've just refreshed this so I can see all my deliveries. We've got some different colors. The yellow means this is an open delivery. This has yet to be delivered, but the customer still expects it to come. This green means that it has been delivered, we've accepted the signature, and everything's good. This blue means that it has been changed to a local pickup in the store here. And the red, of course, means that this has been a canceled delivery. And when you cancel a delivery here in Paladin, it will automatically credit the customer's account back the invoice total. So it'll make sure that all the tracking is done properly, kind of leveraging that automation so we don't have to manually go in and give them this money back. Nope, it just automatically credits their account back that amount. Okay. Now, once a customer has been delivered, it is going to create a delivery invoice. Notice when you look at the open ones here, we don't have magnifying glasses right here, but on the closed ones we do. Once you drop off and actually complete this delivery, it will create a delivery invoice. Let me show you what this looks like here. So we now have a timestamp on this, so it has been delivered. It also has any signatures that we collected remotely as well. So this is the proof that we have dropped it off invoice that Paladin has created. If they get a credit back on their account, it will be shown back on that invoice. Okay, so now let's talk about how to use this guy in the field. We want to open the Mobile2Delivery application on the web-based device, whether it's a tablet or a computer or an iPhone. We're going to select the store. We're going to select which truck, and then we're going to go into the deliveries, and we're going to talk about these 5 different screens in here. So again, I'm going to go ahead and exit this. I'm going to pull up my internet browser. So I'm not operating inside of Paladin anymore. I have now just got my my internet browser pulled up, and I'm going to access the Mobile2Deliver. This is exactly what the drivers are going to see on the field, on their tablet, on their iPad here. Now you'll have to pardon me. I have a bunch of stores available. We've kind of got a little test thing going on with this, so we've got a bunch of people who are all logged in using the same name as me. But I'm Hometown Hardware right here. And once I go on there, I can see my flatbed, my pickup, or I could select all trucks. I'm going to select all trucks. And we can see the deliveries. So let's go ahead and schedule a delivery here for, well, I think we already did, and it was for the 19th, for tomorrow. And we can see the deliveries that we have scheduled. So I've got filter. I can go and change this date and then click update deliveries, and this will take me back to this screen with the updated delivery date that I just put in there. Now this one, watch out for the mailbox, is the one we just did. So let's go ahead and deliver this. Now I've got 2 different buttons. My first button here, if I click on that, I can go ahead and bring up a map. This is integrated with Google Maps, so it'll show me the shortest route to get there and tell me about any sort of construction or traffic that's happening along the way. My other button here brings me to a couple screens. The first one is my invoice screen. And I could just basically get the invoice details, the quantity, the price they paid for them, who the customer is, any sort of taxes, and the invoice total here. Our delivery item, this allows us to make edits to the delivery. Now, right now, we are not able to add items or increase the quantity of the items that we are delivering. We are only able to remove items and decrease the quantity. So if the customer decides that he does not want the silicone sealant here, the delivery driver can edit this down to 0 and make the appropriate adjustment. Photos. The customer told us to watch out for that mailbox, but perhaps we did not do a very good job of being vigilant for it. So I'm going to go ahead and add a photo of the damage to that mailbox. Let's see if we've got a mailbox picture here. There we go, mailbox. Okay, so there's the damaged mailbox that we hit. We want a little proof of that. Of course, we could use this if the customer was not around and said, please drop this in front of the barn. We could take a picture of us leaving the items there so we have proof that we dropped it off. Notes. We can say, I destroyed the mailbox. Sad face. I'm going to add that note here. We want to track this. And then lastly, we have the signature. So if the customer is there and able to accept it, we can go ahead and accept the signature. It's a little bit easier with the fingertips as opposed to the mouse, but I will show you anyway. Chad Klein. Isn't that pretty? Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and accept that. That delivery has now been, I changed the date here, removed from the list, and we only see the one available. Okay. So what happened back in Paladin as we did that? Well, everything happens in real time, so the communication is instant. If you're in the store and you add a delivery, the delivery driver will see it, bink, pop right up on there on that app. Once it is completed, it will remove itself from his app, and you will see the completed delivery ticket with the signature instantly appear over in Paladin. So let's go ahead and look at that. We're going to open Paladin. We're going to go through the steps that we've already gone through, opening that top ribbon, clicking on Invoice Quote, hitting Recall Transaction, selecting Deliveries and seeing that. And let's go ahead and check this here. All right, so here's the application. Start an Invoice Quote. Going to recall the transaction, pull up all my deliveries. Here's the one that we just completed for James Alex. We can now see that the status has been delivered. Let's take a look at the delivery copy, or the delivery invoice that just got created here. So we now can see the items that got delivered. We can see that I unfortunately destroyed the mailbox there. And we can see the negative credit that just got credited back to their account. And here's that signature that I took remotely. Stored till the end of days. Paladin's never going to get rid of this information. If I double-click on this anywhere besides this guy, we can bring up the delivery details. Now we can see that this has been delivered. We can see the instructions to watch out for the mailbox. We can see that I destroyed the mailbox. We can also see that we edited a quantity here. And then finally, we've got a picture of the delivery photo down here. And again, you can put up to 5 photos attached to a delivery. So we can have quite a robust number of deliveries. Of delivery photos, excuse me. And there we go. So that is the new delivery app. This is how we're going to use it, both in the field and in Paladin here. Many of you are probably wondering, how do I get this application on my tablet or my iPad? And all you need to do is call customer service, or you can go into Create Paladin at the top here, go to Help, just like we showed you with last week's webinar, and open a new case. Title that case, please help me set up delivery app. You will get a call from our customer service department, and they will go ahead and instruct you on how to set this up and enable this feature here. Morgan, is there any questions that we can answer before we wrap up this morning?
It doesn't look like we have any questions, Chad.
Excellent, guys. Well, hey, I very much appreciate everyone taking the time out of their morning to view this webinar, and I hope you guys are taking away with this cool feature and kind of some education on how to use it, and hopefully we can all implement it effectively. There will be a survey that pops up at the end of this webinar. Please take about 2-3 minutes to answer that survey. Kind of helps point us in the right direction to make sure we're showing you guys what you want to see, or if we do a bad job, you can let us know. Maybe we can increase our game a little bit over here. The next seminar, or the next webinar here, will be done by Jenny Cooper. She is one of our customer service reps, and she will be doing it on accounting terms in Paladin, and specifically balance forward versus open item accounting. There's been a lot of confusion on this, and we really want to clear the air both on what the difference between these two accounting styles is, and also what we mean when we use the terms that we use. So that'll be a really good one. We look forward to everyone seeing on that. You should be getting an email as well asking to register for it. Again, thank you everyone for your time, and have a great day.